Flash, savior of the multiverse. Flash, savior of DCEU. Or it would have been if it was still going on. But hey, it's ladies and gentlemen, this is a review of the last ever DCEU movie. Now, originally that was supposed to be Blue Beetle, but thanks to some reshuffling and some reshooting and some redoing and reallocation of funds and rebranding and re bullshies, this movie is it. The Flash. Granted, this will be a non-spoiler review. I'm doing those again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing non-spoiler reviews again. But this solely a non-spoiler review. A spoiler-filled review will become at a later date. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. This is Moonlight Kingdom Reviews. I am your host, your man on the moon, and here we go for the Flash non-spoiler review. Okay, right off the bat, the cast, Michael Keaton's Batman is back in action and it's awesome. It's great. There's some moments there that stretch, beyond a little bit beyond belief because he's like 70 something years old in this timeline and he's moving about like he did back in the day, almost exactly like he did back in the day. So that's kind of, pushes the boundaries a bit. But he looks good. His suit looks good. Looks better than it did back in the day. Ben Affleck as Batman, though we only get him in like one scene as Batman with the chase, that's in the trailers. He's really good as Batman. Wish we got a whole movie of him. But hey, it's good. Yeah, his face looks weird when he smiles. In the cowl, when he has the cowl on, his face looks weird when he smiles with it on. But yeah, um, so this movie has been really dope. Anyone who's knows anything about Flashpoint knows that this story is about Barry traveling back in time to undo his mom's death. He travels back and does this, and it has far-reaching consequences for the lives of everyone else. Yeah, Michael Shannon as Zod was, there was more. It was kind of like a patch on what he did in Man of Steel because he was doing what he did then, but like the movie felt like one Man of Steel 1.5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. It's like what he did in Man of Steel and then some. You know, that's was pretty good. And Supergirl was really well done, and looked amazing in her costume. Flash, when his costume was all lit up and like charging with energy, flowing with energy, and he was running, he looked pretty good. But when he was like stationary and there was no lights, it just looks like a big rubber condom, like a full body condom. It's what it looked like. It just looked like he was wearing a big red Lovers Plus condom. But anyway, like Frank Drebin in that one Naked Gun movie where him and his woman are getting together and they got on full body condoms and everything. But yeah. Ezra Miller, oh, all controversy aside, it was pretty good. There was a moment towards the end of the movie that had me genuinely choked up. Yeah, there was this movie made me feel, which is always a good thing in my book. So yeah, the action was pretty good. The action sequence in the beginning, the scene where they free Kara, the fight scenes where the Kryptonians were battling Batman and Flashes and Supergirl, those were good. Those are beyond good, actually. They weren't quite Man of Steel because the Kryptonians weren't moving at like that zipping speed that Superman and Zod moved in the third act of that film. But you could kind of understand why because they just arrived on the planet. They weren't used to it. They hadn't fully come accustomed to what they could do, what their Kryptonian bodies could do, thanks to the yellow sun. But it was it was a good movie in those sections. The third act filled to the brim with amazing cameos. One that made me laugh, was oh crap, I said this was non spoiler. Anyway, moving on. it was well, ladies and gentlemen, if you for some reason thought that I'll give you as long as if you for some reason thought that just because Henry Cavill wasn't in this film that there would be no Superman, you were wrong, ladies and gentlemen. In this movie, Superman lives. Anyway, yeah, the multiverse is a real thing. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to this point. The multiverse is a thing, and this movie introduces that idea into the greater DC universe. Anyway, yeah, aside from that, Ezra Miller was good in this movie. There's a scene where the character runs. I remember I called it on an earlier podcast. I'm saying if he's moving that fast, because this is based on a scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League. If Barry moves that fast and it causes him to bust out of his shoes, then he should also like bust out of his clothes too. So, and I was right. It actually is what happens in one scene. Barry runs and he's got regular clothes on, and he ends up the friction burns his clothes right off, and he's stark ass nude. So yeah, that's definitely in there. I called it, and I was right. I'm so glad. Anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, the themes in this movie are really good. I'm gonna dive deeper in them in the spoiler review far from now, I think. But yeah, other than that, it's a wonderful movie. I absolutely see what all the hype was about. It is not the best superhero movie ever made, but it is certainly up there. It is certainly one of the best. Best of the best of the best. Sir, with honors. Anyway, so what? But enough of all that. Music was good, themes were good. It looked like a comic book movie come to life, and I'll give it props in those regards. There was never a moment where I felt like, hell, we could have cut that for time or any of that. From start to finish, it was, it hit the ground running and it kept running. So yeah, I'm gonna give the Flash. I'm gonna give the Flash. Let's give it a. Oh hell, this is closest as we're gonna get, man. I mean, I enjoyed No Way Home, but there were 2 moments where I'm like, oh, we could have done without that, or But yeah, for the first time ever in the history of Moonlight Kingdom reviews or anything, I'm gonna give this movie a 10 out of 10 because this movie hits at every point. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. Yes, for those who've been following, you're like, oh, you rank this movie higher than, No Way Home, higher than, Endgame or whatever. No. Those movies made me feel. Those movies made me feel. They weren't perfect. This movie is, I don't know, man. This movie gave me something I thought I wasn't ever going to get, And it was a good movie on top of that. So I'm definitely giving this movie a 10 out of 10. My personal opinion, this is solely from my first viewing. It may change when I watch the movie again, but as of this moment, I'm giving this movie Ezra Miller starring, Andy Muschietti directed DCEU final film, The Flash 2023. I'm giving this movie a 10 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10 multiverses, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, this has been the non-spoiler review of The Flash from Moonlight Kingdom Reviews. The spoiler review is coming at a later date. Be sure to check it out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Man on the Moon signing out. And, yeah. See you around, folks.
Yeah, everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way to even when I'm feeling down, I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold